Hello and welcome back to episode 4 of Ostriv. Now, last time we set off or ended our episode when we set our second farm here and addressed some food problems, or want to address some food problems here, because currently we don't have enough variety, which of course is coming from the fact that our harvest has just begun and therefore our food stuff here is not yet getting sold. Now, what we need to do is, for once, we need to check our what we get here. So at some point I will probably make a break to adjust our trades here to cover for the stuff which we can produce now. For example, we definitely need to, we have buckwheat and potato already in here. However, what I want to do now is to plan our expansion a bit. Now, we're going to need a lot more population to do what we want. In fact, we have a lot of vacancies currently because it's harvesting season and everyone who is available here will be pulled into that. Now, what I want to plan out is our buildings here, for example, the houses. We need to get around the corner here. Therefore, I want to, for example, make one house like this here. And then, in fact, we just, in an angle, we rotate to almost 90 degrees here, and then we can continue like we already know it. Something like 1 and 2. Let's try it out like that. What we also need to address is, in fact, at some point we need to get more water for our population. Therefore we are going to place a well here. And I do think I want to have a well over here, because I do think we want to grow some animals here as soon as we can get them from somewhere. Therefore let's put a well here. And another well maybe over here, where our wheat people are currently. Now, what else we want to place down is, in fact, we want to get rid of the bench here and the the fireplace, because we want to place down our town hall, which is something we definitely want to get done. And I want to place it relatively aligned to these houses here. It's not perfectly... Now let's not make it perfectly aligned, but something like this here. There we go. And then we can adjust our taxes, because we definitely have to solve our money problem as soon as we have solved our food problem. Now we are going to speed up the game and continue here. And in fact, I'm going to already place down 2 more market stalls, because I know that more of these gardens are going to be finished up here and produce stuff. And that's going to be something which is going to be interesting. Now we are stalling the farm currently, because we first of all want to finish the boat maker here, boatyard, and then the fishing. Even though they will not do anything in the winter, so let's rather get some houses done here, at least 2. And then maybe the boatyard and the farm and stuff like that. In fact, we are going to move some of the garden houses forward. Okay, we got a lot of construction projects going here. It's going to be interesting. And I think the flower production should start soon when we have more population. Therefore, let's just put it like we're putting flour in here, we're going to put buckwheat in here, we're going to put in... What is the other thing we produce? Potatoes again in here. Potatoes, there. What else do we produce? That's... No, barley. We also need to sell barley. Barley. Can't? Confused. Where's barley? Can we not sell barley? Apparently not. Okay, so does... For what do we need barley then? Okay, we'll find out at some point. Maybe we can feed that to animals or something like that. And not for the population, in fact. Okay, so first our windmill is starting now and it can produce flour, which we can therefore sell here. Therefore we need a worker there. And then in this case, let's just put the firewood in here. And I'm going to make a break soon in like October, when we can see more of the harvest of the gardens here, which produces whatever we need here. So more houses are finishing up, and in fact, yeah, the boatyard has also almost all resources covered. We need to move some of the wells, in fact, forward, because water is going to be most likely a problem. Okay, the boatyard is getting made here. And yeah, really looking forward to everything. Going to make a short cut here to fix up some of the granary stuff and just wait for some constructions and wait for the fishery to finish, then we can talk about that in detail. Therefore, see you in a sec. There we are again. I placed down one cart parking here because I want to get rid of the old camp thing. So the camp thing, we can transfer them to the proper parking space, and we can... the camp center is getting removed as soon as the town hall is finished, and then we have a more nice looking area here. I also adjusted all the things which we can buy in the granary here into the market stalls. I noticed that, I think it's this house here, or one of them, I think is going to produce, or is producing raspberries by the looks of it. And we cannot buy them currently because we don't have enough space in our granary to buy it. Therefore we need to get another one at some point. And I'm leaning towards putting it, for example, here, close to the other farm, therefore we can buy the stuff which is getting produced here. Even though we are going to put that farm mostly on flax and these kind of productions to produce textiles at some point. Now, I want to move the town hall a little bit forward, like here. So of course first the fishing dock has to be finished like this. And then we can hire some fishing boats, and we can hire a worker here in the boatyard. Now, next is a well, and then the farm, chapel. In fact, let's move one of the houses forward. Now the farm is under construction. Yeah, we can use the winter to prepare the fields, in fact, and then we can continue down a lot of houses. In fact, we can delay the town hall a bit. So let's build the houses with the garden here. Nice. One thing I want to already consider now is that we can dive deeper into our food varieties with an orchard. So orchard is nothing else than food trees organized from us. So the farm is going to be here, and I tend to put an orchard here behind where we already felled all the trees we have. So maybe something like here. There we go. Chapel is also finished, so now three houses are coming up next. And we can dive into the farm here. So for example, first of our fields, for example, could be like here. Okay, that's too close. Come on. More distance to the farm itself. And then we have something like this here. Okay, pause. What we want to do here, let's do it here. We want to create a new crop rotation. We want to produce sunflowers and we want to produce hemp or flax. Which of these two doesn't really matter because we can make both into textiles. Now hemp requires a lot of the red mineral and the blue mineral, therefore it would match quite well with another red-yellow one, for example potatoes, barley or wheat. I do like wheat a lot due to the fact that we can make flour out of it and we can feed it to animals like chicken later on. So we are going to put wheat in here, and afterwards we are, of course, let's fill it out first. And afterwards we are going to put in hemp here, for example. Then it's going to be fallow. Then it just restarts the same cycle again. There we go. That's our first field. Here I'm going to make a cut because I want to set up all the other 5 fields which we're going to need. And then I'm going to be back. Here we are again. I set up the fields for the second farm. I also opened up the jobs, which immediately got filled because we had a lot of women without a job. So we are producing hemp and wheat here in the crop rotation I explained. And the last 2 fields which are going to be fallow first on are going to be sunflower and flax. Flax can also be made into textiles. And sunflower is going to be useful to be made into sunflower oil, which we need this oil workshop for. However, that's going to be only next year. No, in 2 years in fact, so we got a lot of time until then. We maybe even have a 3rd farm when that has happened. So that's in the long run here. Now let's continue here. We are going to need a lot more population to do all these things. And we need the town hall to fix our economy. We need workers in the trading post to finally get trading. And in fact, most likely one of the first buildings we need is going to be for animals. So for example, the chicken coop, which we maybe want to place here close to our farms where we can get the wheat and whatever they want to eat. However, we want to see which trader in fact arrives first. If it's one which is offering cows, for example, or if it's someone which is offering chicken, for example. So let's see and wait until that. Sorry for the small graphic bugs here again, which is bothering us since the beginning. I don't really know what is causing it. So I do think I want to relocate the thatcher here and maybe that solves it. So let's find the thatcher again. Here we go. And maybe we just move him. Can we move him? Yeah, like here. Let's move it forward. In fact, I also moved the car parting here forward, because I want to get rid of that thing here. Yeah, and now we can just wait. And I would say I make a cut. And next episode we are going through the winter. So see you then.